Oh,
Oh, are we live? Yeah, we're live now. All right, sick.
This will be the day we've waited for. This will
this will be the day we open up the door.
Oh,
What?
God.
Oh my god, is this some like RWBY
It's
shit?
the opening.
Bro, it's the opening. Yeah, what the fuck? How are you here? And
I am not a
real
RWBY
shit?
fan. What do you want from me? Holy crap!
Oh my lord.
All right, we're live. If anyone in chat, hopefully, can just let me know if you guys can hear Dean and Nico. I don't know if we have anyone here even watching, or can you guys hear?
You put on subscriber only mode so nobody can
listen,
talk.
I don't want any more porn advertisements to show up on stream.
That is
all right?
true. That is true.
That was pretty strong last time. Holy crap.
I can hear us.
All right.
That's fine.
All right, cool. Sick.
We'll
All
just
right.
ramble into the abyss for the
Hell
time.
yeah,
being.
dude, that's what we do all the time, every time. So
Oh yeah.
this is where we're at. All right, welcome to anyone who's actually here. If not, you'll be watching this in the video later. Doing another meta talk. I think I have it under meta talk or something, but whatever.
I don't know if this is a meta talk.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
What?
It's just the meta talk was just whatever we named our podcast shit. So here it is. We're doing a podcast thing really quick. We're gonna talk about the new RWBY cards. Do we want to start from the newest card to the oldest card, or how do you want
Newest to oldest?
Yeah.
We should just
It's
start
like-
from the oldest and work our way down.
So yeah, the oldest.
The oldest then? All right.
Yeah.
Let me move
That would
screens
be
here.
the first reveal of the TDs was the first 3 cards, right?
Yeah.
Like
So the
combos?
first
4 cards,
the
right?
first card I have here is wait, why is this capturing my mouse? I thought I had it. Oh, here it is. Never mind. There we go. All right. First card I have here is the what is this? This is the TD10.
Oh,
mean,
okay.
God,
So
it's so small. I can't even
Yeah.
read that.
What? Okay, you got to blame other people because these are the images they.
wait, where are you even seeing this?
He's showing
Oh,
it up
on the stream. Beautiful. Okay.
Hold on.
So yeah, this card's pretty good, right? I think it's it gets 2k on your turn or on attack. It doesn't actually matter. Basically your turn, right? 6-5, 7-5 after the gate because it's on a gate, and it's just on reverse Manami where you get to power pump and give 2k somewhere else. So the second one gets to swing in at 9-5. Power thresholds are good, right? 7-5 is a good power threshold. 9-5 is also pretty decent.
Oh,
I think it's
absolutely.
fine.
Yeah.
9-5
This
is
is a
500
TD
decent.
combo on top of all that too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially for a TD combo, this is still fine.
I mean,
And what's
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's actually like when you get later on, right? That's where it gets insane. But by itself, it's like serviceable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like, I think so far this is the best combo they've revealed so far, right? Like,
Yes,
There's only
they've
been-
only
they
revealed 2 combos.
there's only revealed 2 combos at level 1, and this actually seems better than what they the other printed combo that comes in the booster pack.
Yeah.
So I won't be surprised if this becomes like the staple level 1 combo because this combo is on a gate
Also-
as well, right?
Yeah. Also, I'm probably 90% sure this will be the SP and the TD.
Oh, that'd be.
I think that's a pretty safe bet to say.
This card is like insane. Actually.
I was like, this is probably going to be the go-to card. So I think that's a very safe bet.
yeah.
That and like what the Weiss level 3 is like the other one that they're probably going to be the SP and the TD.
Yes, the Weiss level 3 is also insane. I think that card is actually. I think it's like horribly under budgeted, which is why it's great.
Yeah, I mean, what's kind of nice about this set too is like it's coming in that area of like we've just noticed a power creep in Japanese where like combos and stuff are just getting extra power for almost no reason, right?
Right.
Yeah, so like RWBY is coming in at a really good time where I think all the cards are going to be a little bit overspec'd, and usually this is around the time too like they make mistakes on the cost of cards, you know?
Yeah.
So
Zombieland.
yeah, I mean, I won't be surprised if later on this becomes like they reprint this, but it's like nerfed where like it only gives 1500 power or something like that. But yeah, it's solid card all.
Well, I mean, the Manami power pump isn't what like Like, this card is actually, like, fine, right? It's just, like, a slightly better Minami, which Minami's just kind of bad, right?
We've come very far to where we now like consider Minami not great.
Yeah, but,
Remember when that was a double R?
But this card by itself is not what's good. It's the card immediately after this that makes this unbelievable.
Yep.
You're talking about the 2-1 Weiss?
Yeah, the 2-1 Weiss is where you get it kind of to be insane.
All right, I have it up here. You want to read it, Dean?
Yeah, so it's on play from hand. You power pump one of your cards, any card. It could be itself, could be another card. 500 times board, including itself, right? It's not because it's not other, right?
Yeah. So it's basically a 2,500 power pump, right?
Yeah, 2,500 power pump on play. If we look at that last card, it was 6-5 base, 7-5 climax. This would pump it to 10k on attack. And then it has on attack. You give this card and another card on reverse. Top check 2, add all characters, which is. Like, that's kind of insane, right? So that means if you get a reverse with this and the Minami,
you got to also remember. I don't know if you said this, but
it's on the same gate.
It's on the same climax, right?
Yeah.
So, So if you manage to just snipe 2 reverses with this and then the RWBY, you get 5 hand for free. You probably not 5, but like 4. 4 is probably pretty safe to say, right? 4 hand off 2 reverses is pretty good. Especially on a good trigger like a gate.
Yeah.
And I think it plays well into having a stock healer. Because I personally don't like stock healers because I think it's hard to get the hand back.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I mean, later on, one of the healers in the set is a stock healer. But I dislike stock healers because I feel like I always... As the game goes on, I don't like clocking to find climaxes because I feel like my opponent's compression plus like my plays mean that like clocking is bad. Yeah. And like finding climaxes and slamming them sometimes is bad because I feel like I just stick less damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why you just have a pants top end, dude.
But the problem is if I'm playing a stock healer, I feel like I need to have a turn where I play a climax as well, right? With the stock healer because the stock healer took 2 cards out of my hand.
Yeah.
To put me back 1 clock, and the 1 clock could actually put me back a full turn on my finisher as well. So I think it's like having a combo that gets you just like a ton of hand works well into the stock healer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but personally too, kind of like what Dean was alluding to, is like stock healers haven't felt as powerful as they used to be. Like I'm more than willing to play other cards that are really strong at level 2 than caring about to healing 1, unless my set like specifically needs to like get around anti-heal or something, right?
It's not the heal 1; it's the cost of the hand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm less willing to give up 1 hand for a heal 1 at level 2 nowadays. You know?
Yeah.
All right, we'll just move on to the next card here. Oh yeah, here's the gate that combos with both of them, and then after that we have the 3/2 Weiss.
That card's insane. What is it? 9/5? Because I'm on the stream, so I am behind, right?
Yeah, Weiss is 9/5.
Weiss is 9/5.
Yeah, I can read this.
1,000 times board.
This card is placed on stage from hand. Gets X power till end of turn. X's other characters on the stage. Oh, total, not other. And then
that thing's big.
It's pay 2, ditch 2 characters. So the character thing can occasionally be a problem. Probably not though. Activates once per turn. The turn it's played. You can just pay 2, ditch 2 to restand it at the end of this card's attack. So you don't even need a reverse.
Don't need a climax either. That's a good card.
Yeah, it's really strong, and the fact that the pay 2 part is like, it's technically pay 1 because you generate a stock on attacking, right? And it activates at the end of its attack, right?
Yeah,
right.
So it's more of like a pay 1 ditch 2, in a sense, not literally, but yeah. I mean, this is
probably the other SP.
Yeah, I mean, this card is super solid. Like, it's a really good off finisher.
You play like one of it in every list, I think. Like, regardless of what top end you play one of this. Just always to have it. Because restanders are good randomly. Like, they just sometimes help you.
Yeah,
I think it depends right now because you're more or less playing a vanilla restand. Like, it doesn't heal, it doesn't draw you cards, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's usually like a one of off finisher. That's usually how like
if the deck requires an off finisher, this can definitely kind of like fill that role.
Yeah, for sure. The only downside to this card I'm seeing is that I think lot of us are in agreement that right now, from what we believe, the standby combo that's we're going to be showing pretty soon might be the play for level 3. And this,
No.
you don't think so?
I think that card's fine. I think it might be the way, but I think the stuff announced today with this is better.
Oh, I haven't completely read everything just yet.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think the standby combo is decent, and like the standby combo wouldn't really care about this, but like if you're playing the stuff today,
you can't restand if you stand by this out. That's all I'm really saying about this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Power doesn't matter that much because the timing of the restand. What's it called? But the fact that you don't get the ability to restand unless you play this from hand is the part that kind of.
That's usually how those work, though.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know of any, unless I've got to pay 5 on reverse or something. Yeah. Pay 5, sack your board. Like something just dumb.
Yeah.
Oh man, Kevin, Dan's ranch and fresh cabbage could not make it. Dan is unfortunately being a family man right now, working slave labor basically. All right, on to this Yang level 3. I guess I'll go ahead and read it here. This is another TD level 3. When this card is placed on stage from hand, it heals. And then it has when this card attacks, you get cost is pay 1, ditch 1. Your characters gain 500 power on 1 soul.
It's a TD card.
It's a TD card, yeah.
You can't expect all TD cards to be good.
Yep, I guess so.
I mean, it's a healer.
It is a healer. I guess if you really need healing in red for whatever reason, this would be an okay card.
Some decks randomly like that.
Pump. The Soul Power Pump are okay because sometimes you can set up side attacks and things like that. But yeah, I haven't really been impressed with the Soul Power Pump in quite a while for like a level.
I mean, this is commanding strength. What in Hololive we had like an already better profile of like commanding strength printed, so this is kind of meh.
Yeah, I think the last time I played a card like this that really mattered was when there was only 2 sets of
rewrite,
yeah,
Chihaya,
Chihaya, and it was only because that card burned when it canceled.
Yeah.
All right,
this card can also burn when it cancels.
Wait, what? No, shut the hell up.
It doesn't.
It could with other cards. All right,
yeah, sure.
Here's a level 0 RWBY. We're finally getting. This is
this art.
That's TD card. That's a TD card.
All right, at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may pay the cost. If you do, move this to the open position in the backstage. And this is pay 1. Put this card into your waiting room. Look at top 4. Add a character. Discard the rest.
Okay. I dislike the pay 1 go to waiting room. I don't like that effect.
Yeah. Wait, why?
But look, it's hard to explain. If I'm paying a stock, I want the potential to gain the resources. That's not just I killed my card to mill 4 cards.
Yeah.
I don't
traded your card in for a random card off of your.
Yeah, I would rather brainstorm hit, hit climaxes and get hand.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would play this and just kill it for no reason and then just get a random card. I don't like using the stock most of the time. Pay 1 around the back row is really good though.
I
want to use Carmen's kind of terminology here, to where this kind of feels like they did the manatee thing, to where they had just manatees pick out a bunch of 2 random effects, and they're let's put it on this card.
No, the idea is that you run away and then you get to sack it.
Yeah, but that's also 2 stock, which is a little insane.
It generates a stock, right, and lets you attack. I think this card is okay. I think just looking at it right now, this card I probably wouldn't put in a deck unless it was a random 1 or 2 if I thought the deck needed more deck speed. But maybe when this comes out, this will be a pretty solid. The worst part is the power.
I don't like this.
I don't think so.
The power is the worst part.
Good.
I think the power is okay because you get an attack and you +1, and you can either attack again with it or you can sack it to top check 4. So, obviously, both effects are okay, right?
And you question what happened to your stock later.
Yeah, exactly.
Why can't I do anything? Oh, wait a second.
This is why you play
couple turns. I used it all.
This is why you play the standby top, and it doesn't cost anything. Oh man, I mean this effect, the secondary effect, is sometimes added in decks as like a 1 or 2 up just for extra deck speed because it's there. The worst part about this card, honestly, to me, is the power threshold. It's not even like
I love
2K
the
power.
art. Beautiful.
This
I saw
art is-
somebody talk about the art. I like this art.
Oh my god!
This is when the show was good. This was when the show was good. Dude.
The show was good at some point. I didn't even know
This
that.
show, yeah, first 2 seasons.
The first 2. All right, sure.
Trust. I think I get to say it.
All right. What about this art, Dean? The next art. What is this?
It's I'm behind. I don't know how to see your
okay.
screen.
It's on play. Mill 2, gain X power X's number of
That
remaining
card's
characters. At beginning of your attacking, put the top card of your deck.
They're
Oh, this is
gnomes.
a mill runner.
Yeah, that's also in the TD, by the way.
This
Isn't
is
that
a
hype?
TD card.
Yeah. This is already better than the last card we saw.
Yeah, I was like, this is actually just. I'd rather play this.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, wait a second.
I would rather just play this over
You
the.
know
other
about
card.
mill runners, right?
Yeah, Dean, we know about mill runners.
Mill runners are pretty rough.
I mean, right
But,
now in English too, like everyone has to deal with the clean cuts and stuff. So like, I think the meta is shifting back to runners again, especially free runners that have good effects. The secondary effect to this runner is like pretty whatever, but I mean, it adds deck speed and potentially this is a 4K beater, so you can kill like 3/5s. And it seems like 3/5 like threshold has been a thing that's like starting to like be prominent all the time now on like
Yes.
high power like thresholds at level 0.
I think. Are you?
Go ahead.
Well, yeah. Cards sit at 3/5. You want to play 4Ks because
Yeah,
of that.
exactly. So
This
this
is a
lets you
4K sometimes.
this lets you answer the 3/5s, not all the time, but most of the time I would say, because unless you just mill 2 climaxes and you just
This is either a 4K that can kill your opponent's card and then can't run, or it's a 3K that can run. Right?
What?
what?
It either mills.
What are you talking about?
It either mills a climax on its effect and then it can't kill a card, but then it can mill and actually run away, or it mills too clean and then mills a climax when it tries to run.
No, it triggers the climax when it attacks. What are you talking about?
Understandable. I don't have that skill.
Oh man. Okay. Card's good though, right? I don't think any of us are gonna really complain about this
Oh,
card.
that's really good, especially
Yeah.
for TD.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
This TD
Especially,
stacks.
especially since like we just said, how the meta is revolving around 3,500 power threshold at level 0 now. Everyone has clean cuts now, so we have to play around that somehow or make it, kind of tough for our opponent to deal with, be able to get value off their clean cut. So it seems like a good card.
Yeah.
All right, next
Actually,
card.
what I think is
Go ahead.
cool, just for a quick second tangent,
Mhm.
I like that this is, I think, the best TD they've printed for an English exclusive ever. Like, the other ones were so horribly scuffed, right? Seven Deadly Sins was awful, Mob was awful,
Yeah, I can agree.
Batman,
I can agree
Cardcaptor,
with
of course,
that
are
sentiment.
memes.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So every card they've revealed has been like basically playable, right?
Good, yeah,
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
playable, yeah.
All right, next we got Yang, Free Fallen. Free Fallen.
Free falling.
All right. 2 or less stock, 1,500 power, 4K beater. Okay card. Probably not going to see play in like
Yeah,
meta
it's
lists.
all right.
I think these are good in the meta right now.
Yeah,
I think they're like really
Actually,
good in the meta.
you know what makes
actually.
this really good is the fact that you spend a stock to send your top check forward to the back row, so this stays. After attacking 3
Ooh.
times, this becomes 4K again.
That is pretty good,
Busted.
actually.
Busted.
Because the thing is with this card, like specifically, right? Like if we look at like slime right now, there's a lot of slime running around. They just have a 3/5 chaser, right? There's 3/5 chasers, all they got. You put down this 4K, it always answers it. And it's like this answers the 7 Deadly Sin chaser. It just answers all these chasers that people are playing. And Kaguya has to open Clean Cut plus Ricky in order to answer this. Like they have to have both in hand at the same time. They can't like Ricky for the Clean Cut, which they sometimes have to do.
Mm-hmm.
So like 4K is actually like a very respectable stat line right now.
Oh,
To where like
absolutely.
these are actually good right now, I think.
Yeah, I can give you that. I'm not always much of a fan of like these kind of like 4K beaters, just because usually I want to spend I want to save some stock and like go off at level 1 to do things. But I mean, like if you end up playing like things that like run to the back row and the cost of stock to run the back row and stuff like that, and you can keep your like threshold of stock at like 2 after like attacking 3 times, I think that's
Well, no, the idea is that you play this. It's like you treat it like a free runner, right? Like you attack with it like once, like your opponent goes first, they put down a chaser, you play this down, you answer their chaser
Mhm.
with like 1, maybe 2 attacks, then you can like run to back row, and then next turn you just try field and you don't care. like after that, because your 4K probably held board. You answered your opponent's card.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like right.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying usually is that this card is only good on like turn 1 most of the time.
Yeah.
Whereas
definitely.
I think as from what we've seen so far, this potentially could have a lot more utility in the fact that we have that back row runner to like lower our stock to 2, right? That's the big
when
thing
is
to
that
me.
relevant though?
I mean, sometimes when you want to attack 3 times going first after, or not going first, but responding to your opponent's turn 1.
If you attack 3 times, they're probably level 2 or level 1. Yeah, level 2.
No, I don't know. This past weekend, my opponent stayed at level 0 after like 5 turns, so I don't believe it.
Okay, understandable.
Get player skill diff, dude.
Dude, exactly. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this is okay profile. But like, yeah. All right, next card here. We're getting to the more not as good.
Really bad art.
Nora Free Falling?
The worst art in the this one's so much worse than the stuff that people are getting upset about today.
This oh my god.
When this card attacks, this card gets plus X power until end of turn where X is equal to the number of other Remnant characters. So it's a 4K pump when it attacks, so it's a 2/1 11K, but it has hand on core.
That's just pack filler, dude.
Yeah, it's pack filler. If it got to like 13K on attack or something, like I think that would be respectable. It'd be almost playable, like
It's a TD card.
But it's whatever. When you have the other 2/1 card that combos with the gate, like why would you play this, right? Right, let's just get
the art.
The art is beautiful. We'll move on. All right, we have a 2/1 Blake. If they have 2 or more other Remnant characters, this card gets 3K power. So it's a 2/1 10K 1 soul.
I hate these. I always hate these profiles where they're like standby cards that are supposed to not feel as bad when your board is getting bounced, but like they don't have the soul to actually be a standby card.
Mm-hmm.
I just think these cards are a waste of slots.
I think in reality, this card is like a card like people just play for value. Like 1 stock 10K like beater, it seems okay. But in reality, you're probably never gonna play this. It's like we said earlier, the other 2/1 combo is just better. Right? If I'm gonna spin a stock, I'd rather play that combo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or anything else that's not this.
True. All right, on to the next level 0. You want to read this, Dean?
Can you stream your screen?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, this is the brainstorm. Okay, see, I'm a couple seconds behind now. It's the one that gives hand on core to middle, to remnants, and then it's just a tap self brainstorm 5. So it's like the new brainstorms that they've been printing in Hololive. So we see that this is modern power creep. They definitely went and talked and figured that out. Middle slot hand on core is really good. Just like because like with your level 1 combo, right? Like you would maybe play this. Just because like you can keep your level 1 combo around, you can keep like maybe like a climax combo around that you stand by out.
The last time something like this was printed, I think, was in Bang Dream. This is almost like a
That's sometimes he's play.
Because that one was still a top self for 4 brainstorm.
Yeah.
And that was played, so
yeah. Well, it seems like they've decided recently too. Any draw brainstorm is going to be a 5-card brainstorm nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. Like instead of like have selectivity, you have like higher chance to hit more pluses or hit a plus on the turn or like the first run through of your deck. Seems cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the 5 is important. I think the hand on core is like the big draw to this card.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying it's like it's nice that like draw brainstorm's got a small bump in usability, though most of the time you just want selectivity.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Dean, you gotta talk about the best standby combo ever with the best signature ever.
The signature?
Oh,
okay.
No.
I mean, the signature is like whatever. That's what she does.
Well, yeah, I've seen her signature on Google image search and stuff. It looks better when she handwrites it than whatever the fuck they did here.
Can I take a minute to be upset?
Yeah.
This Weiss set is over seasons 1, 2, and 3. This art is the CG models from the first 3 seasons. This quote is from season 6 at the end.
Blame the
yeah.
Blame Lindsay Jones. She wrote it, right? That's her fault.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying maybe she should have went and found maybe a quote from like the relevant seasons. What are they going to do when I get RWBY Volume 2 boosters?
Good
They'll just use the
God.
season 9 quotes. It's fine. It's a 9K, and if you're playing the game right, as long as you don't get hit with like a card that wipes off traits, it's an 11K, and then it just heals on play, and then it has like a memory condition that as long as you have 2 of this Pyrrha that hasn't really been announced yet, but I think we were thinking it's like a what was it? On reverse, it goes to memory. When it goes to waiting room,
What?
reset.
I think it's when it goes Okay, if we had to pull out of the ether and not know anything, I had to guess that it might be a on reverse Rize, and when this card goes to waiting room, if you have 2 or less in memory, you can send it to memory for free. That's what I'd have to guess. Something weird like that.
Yeah. That sounds like it might be like I like my idea better. That would be more in line with English
That would be
exclusives.
hilarious. You either get the Rize or you get the memory. You can't get both.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And it just has tap this card. Burn 3 clock kick. The card in front of it. Level 3 or lower, and it targets for the clock kick. Deals with like any card that's not hexproof. Always swings for 3+1. So triple of this, you get 3 clock kicks. If a 3 sticks, you deal 6 damage, which is actually annoying because it does give your opponent another turn. I know Kit liked the numbers, but I guess if they're on low deck, because sometimes people get to low deck or like take a refresh, and sometimes they're 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
They're 3-1, easy lethal. If they're not, it's a little rougher, right?
Yeah, I mean, this. Okay, if the memory stuff we talked about is like pretty free on going to memory and playable, I think this card is. I think when we all talked about it, it's just really, really. The cost on it's super free. Like, what the fuck?
There's a little bit more of a cost though than you're willing to admit here.
Yeah. There's more to it, but like the fact that I can do this with essentially 6 stock and just slam a standby and then be like, here's 3 kick.
I think
I think it. Well, what do you think? This is better than Megumin, or do you think Megumin's better?
I think this is better than Megumin because like the Megumin, well, the Megumin's for 4, right? So triple Megumin is 4 plus 3. So if a single 4 sticks, you can't do this at level 2. That's pretty good. But so the problem is if you do this at level 2, you probably can't do this at level 3, right? Well, because if this thing holds board, then it can't clock kick the thing in front of it. It can just burn 3. But the burn 3 costs you a stock on the next turn, which sometimes, like imagine you do this, you go off, you don't kill your opponent, they kill your board, you don't have stock now.
Yeah, I mean, like doing this
generate that turn of stock.
Yeah, because you basically give up your stock generation that turn. But the thing about this card going off at 2, I think that's only something really feasible in like an 8 standby list. I don't remember if they revealed 2 standbys. Have they yet?
No, just 1.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Probably, but I can see that happening at level 2 more often if there's 8 standby lists running around. But if without 8 standby, I think it's more of like I got extremely lucky and like drew into the standby, and I triggered a standby last turn to put this out.
I actually refuse to believe that we won't have 8 standby given one of the cards on the side of the box.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
I think this is good. I think the 3 is better than 4, but it also makes it more awkward for lethal, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Healing is better than top checking, I think. In standby.
Probably, yeah. I guess it depends. There's been like so many different ways now to get climaxes, so sometimes like top checking doesn't even matter.
Yeah, Clock Drop, Brainstorm TV has it right. Yeah, just wait. There's going to be a card on the same standby that's going to be pay 1 bounce on tap.
Oh no, please.
So yeah. so it'll be sick, dude. This thing's going to stick so much damage.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to lose this card. Do I play RWBY? I don't even know. I haven't been following this enough, but I have a case coming in for this set. We'll see what I end up playing.
It'll be hype.
Yeah. And then here's the standby it's on. She's going, as Dean put it, Super Saiyan, right?
Yeah, she's like Medusa.
Oh.
She like stares at people and they turn to stone. That's the lore.
The lore? All right.
Deep lore.
RWBY has the good lore.
All right. Nico, you
Oh,
want to
this
read
card
this one?
sucks.
Yeah.
Two or more others, it's 6K cross turn, and then it's the tie combo. If nobody's ever played that, this combo is really rough. You reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. This is better than the tie. The tie is 2 or more pop and party, other pop and party, which is horrible in Bang Dream. But this one is just board as trait.
Yep. So you're playing the game.
Yeah. So you show your opponent the top 3.
Oh, hold on. Did my internet just die? Hey, chat. Can you guys hear me?
What do you mean?
Are you
Hello?
there?
Hello? Okay.
He's
I
Hello?
don't. Hello? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Dude, my Discord just randomly decided that it was gonna disconnect and reconnect. I don't know what happened
Alright.
there.
Strange.
Oh yeah, I never dropped, and the stream never dropped. It looks like. The hell just happened?
Mm.
All right, go ahead.
So where
You
was
were
I
saying-
last?
You said we're basically you just play the game to get these card effects, and then you start.
Oh yeah.
the
So
combo?
you top check 3. You
Oh,
show
that
your
one.
opponent all the cards. They give you 1 character event, and then you can put up to 1 on top of the other 2. So, like, if you have a climax, you could put the climax on top to trigger it to get, like, the effect of the climax, or you could put a clean trigger on top, or you could choose to put nothing on top to get an extra card milled. This combo, without something like Toilet, where you can force the good cards to your hand, is really awkward, because you just show your opponent 3 cards, not 2, like the... What is it? What do you guys call it? I just know that as like
you can just call it
hot bod.
Kanoe.
It's hot bod. It's
Kanoe.
you
Yeah,
show
hot
your
bod.
opponent. You show your opponent the 2 cards, and they give you like 2 cards. You can sometimes get good stuff, right? With 3 cards, you almost never get like good stuff. You just show your opponent like there's always like 1 card that's terrible.
Oh wait, hold on. Are you guys having trouble hearing Dean and Nico? I know there was some issues right there. The auto problems too. If you're talking about that big loud noise in the background, that was just I live near a train station, so. Damn, I don't know. Do one of you guys have the stream open? Can you hear us or?
I will go check.
Let's see.
Testing.
It'll take a minute.
We are way louder than we should be.
Yeah,
Oh, we're really
we are
loud?
pretty loud on the stream.
Okay, I'll turn this down.
No, you're fine. We're loud.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
yeah.
me and Dean are loud.
I turned you guys down now. Hopefully this is a little bit better. Yeah. I mean, okay, so the worst part here is like giving your opponent agency like is really shitty for you usually.
But you give them so many cards is the problem.
Yeah, they could pick between like 3 cards, so you have a higher chance of getting even worse card, right? But
Yeah.
like you said earlier, like there's no toilet effect right now that we know of. What's it called?
There's definitely hints at that. Like I
Yeah.
don't see them printing this. This is not like a common effect.
Yeah.
And I would hope that we get something like a toilet if we were getting this effect, because this effect is really bad.
Yeah, and like, I guess maybe in like, if you're playing like Pants Standby, this could be cool, right? Because then you can put the standby back on top. But
I know what is the name? What is the name? Zabuton. Zabuton did the article thing about this, and he's like, "You always attack with this last," which is so awkward because it's like the idea. Like, there's 2 sides to this, right? One half is use this to get the clean trigger, because this can like save you a stock you have to pay. But then, like, you're right, you do use it to fish for the standby.
yeah,
I
think
don't know.
one thing
Maybe
about
I'm
these
just
type.
bad.
Well, I don't know. I think one thing about these effects too is that if you're going to give your opponent this much agency on deciding how or what your plus is going to do for you, you need a way to make it that you just need a plus and it doesn't matter what you plus because you can turn that plus into something else stronger, right? I think that's the only time when you're like, I don't care what comes to my hand because next turn I have effects that let me like turn this card into anything I want, basically, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, generally for free or whatever. And like Bang Dream, you get like way more resources for using this effect with the toilet event, right? You gain a stock and you gain a +1 that you guarantee a +1 basically, right?
Yeah, and then you also get to stack the card that you want, right? That's like the
Yeah.
important part.
Yeah, so your opponent basically gives you a crappy card, but then you get the best card out of the three. All right. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this. Hopefully there's some stuff printed that will like makes this card more what's the word? Like just more than
Playable?
yeah, more playable, I guess, in general. Because right now I personally think the TD combo is the strongest card they revealed for level 1. Here's
Yeah.
the pants that they revealed, or the arch, or whatever we call it in English.
Blue jeans.
Blue jeans, yeah.
The blue jeans. That's
That
pretty
is good.
strong.
All right, level 3 here. One of you read it.
Unfortunately, the real world isn't the same as a fairy tale. I think this is like a season 5 or 6 quote as well. 2 or less stock and early play heals. Oh yeah, also the Weiss was also like a season 5 quote. So yeah, 2 or less stock early plays. Ditch a card, heal to stock, and it gets 1,000 for every card in your back row. It's an 11k stock healer. 11k is good on an early play. 2 or less is. Is that like the worst condition they print now?
Basically, unless you have a lot of deck control. Well, I mean, with the gate combo,
With
you
the
probably have a lot
Manamis
of
and stuff, yeah.
You have pretty good deck control and deck speed, so you can always like quote unquote guarantee it. I think the one good thing about this card is that generally these stock healers are usually like 9k on defense, but this one gets to keep its power for whatever reason, or have they been changing that recently?
No, a lot of the look
good.
at the Suisse they just printed. That's still 8-5 on defense.
Yeah. So the fact that this gets to keep power is like I don't want to say it's overstated compared to before, because obviously we're in that section where cards are starting to get a little bit power crept, like we were saying earlier. So this card's like better than better than most stock killers right now, right?
Yeah, I think it's and like I said previously, the TD stuff giving you so much hand, I think feeds into this. Because you don't feel bad ditching that card with this set, I don't think. You shouldn't. Till you mill 4 climaxes. But for the most part, I feel like you're going to be comfortable discarding the hand that you have to play this down. And actually, it being big is also good, right? Because it means you don't even need the RWBY. You could just slam down 2 of this and a Weiss and get 4 hand back.
Oh, true, yeah. And then you can power pump this too to make sure it get over other early plays, right? So how much power? Is it 2,500 power pump?
2,500. So you could see this being 13.5, 14.5.
14.5 with climax. Yeah, that's really respectable. And then with the support, you could kill. That's like at the level of you can
Shirogane.
Yeah, you can kill other people's like 4,500 power pump. The cross turn bull crap, because then they can't use the backups either, right? Against this because of their effect. So like this almost guarantees with the 2-1 that you can reverse an early play every time, right? That's really powerful if you think about it. All right, moving on. We got double R yellow. So when this is placed on stage from hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is Remnant character, choose a character, give it 2k power, and then clean cut ability, reverse battle opponent, pick a Remnant character, rest it, and move into the backstage.
Insane.
This card is absolutely busted. The fact that this card gets value from turn 1 till the end of the game is ridiculous.
Power pump your finisher, power pump anything you have, get to look at the top card, all good effects.
Yeah. Every effect on here is good. There's no drawback.
Kit, that's the wrong art. Please go to the next slide.
What is the next slide? Oh my
god.
There we go. There you go. Yeah.
There you go, Dean.
I won't know that art. I don't know where that quote's from. I don't know what season that is.
Fake fan confirmed.
Yeah, that's a really generic one, right? Like, what's that quote?
It's from Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
Oh, understand. I haven't immersed myself in the lore yet.
Okay.
All right, on to the next card. I mean, there's nothing to say about this other than it's stupid busted.
It's insane.
This is a 4 in like every deck,
crazy.
Right?
Yeah, probably. You always want to play this.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this is my favorite picture. My favorite picture of the set so far.
Is this the dog? Hold on.
Dude,
it's hype dog. Oh yeah, dude.
It's hype dog to me. Yeah.
Yes, this
I
is
don't want to
actually.
read this, Dean. You read
Hold
this,
on,
yeah.
dude. This card is like actually randomly good. Like,
I know. It's really good, actually, too. I love Hype Dog. This is my favorite card from the set. Read this shit. Someone read this. I don't want to read it.
Yeah, so it's on play, you mill the top two. If you mill a climax, you can discard any card from your hand and search your deck for a character. We've seen this effect before on like other cards where they like mill two, but then they usually grab out a grave. But this thing is also a drop salvage. So this
And a power
card,
pump.
oh yeah, well power pump it always comes with the drop salvage nowadays, right?
Yeah.
But what's nice about this is it gives you access to, if you mill a climax, you have access to any card regardless of what zone it's in, except for stock, but
Yeah.
or clock. Okay, so there's two zones you can't find it in.
Or
Memory.
Yeah.
Okay, look, it's getting a little bit worse. You can't find it if it's on your board.
Yeah.
But
oh man.
but you can usually grab the cards that like you need, right?
Yeah.
Mandatory mill's a little.
Yeah, mandatory
but
mill is rough sometimes, but this is overall a really good card, right?
very good, yeah.
Look at this
Definitely gives you a little bit of deck speed.
The art
gives
is
you
also what makes it
antics.
really good.
Yeah. So I didn't.
That's only the foil. Can't wait for that $90 foil dog.
Hell yeah, dude.
What I love about the dog is it looks like they downloaded like royalty free, like they just Googled like dog model and just like slapped that into the show.
Oh my god. Yeah, where's our dog SP, man? What a little paw print on there. Okay, before we move on to the next card, I gotta say I didn't watch RWBY at all, right? And I was like, "What is happening with this dog? It looks like it's getting shot out of a cannon." I love this. I love this. And then Dean told me that they throw the dog up and then hit it with a bat to attack people with.
Yeah.
Is that right? Dude, this
Yeah,
dog
it's
is
like-
sick.
Did you ever play Final Fantasy VIII with Renoa? And you
Yeah.
had the Angelo cannon?
Yeah.
Where you put the dog on like it's kinda like that.
Jesus Christ. Dude, this is my favorite card of the set, period, right now. Dude, the art, the effect, everything.
Dog's pretty hype.
Dog is hype. Hype dog is hype. You are right. All right, we got this level 0 Yang here. Two or more other remnant characters gains 1k power, so it's a 3k, and it's a drop search, right? Yep. Pay one, ditch one, drop search.
It's got an uncommon rarity. It feels like an uncommon card.
Yeah, I mean, the power it gets randomly is okay on a drop
You would never
search,
play
but-
this. You would never play this over the dog.
Absolutely, but I'm just saying it's okay.
You see, I like you get the cool, awful looking models of like the random soldiers that they cut and paste in the background.
Oh, I see. Right, there's like a gun over there.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Is this a new card that was revealed today, right? Or no?
this was revealed on the stream or on the video. Was it Stocks? Who was it? It was one of the other Weiss YouTubers.
I have no idea.
Wow.
All right. We got this 1/1/2k backup. It's a leaf counter. It's reveal top card of the deck. If it's a character added to hand, then ditch one.
These are good.
These are okay.
These are
Especially since-
anti-damage.
Especially since choice combo, or not choice combo, but the choice trigger is being more prevalent. There we go. That's the word. Prevalent nowadays, and it's always usually pushed in some way. This is always like a really good card to have in choice decks because you get that trigger there, so you can add it to hand or stock it away.
It's also good in standby for just the standby wants to minimize the damage it takes, but it doesn't want to like use too many resources doing that as well. So
Yeah.
this is usually like a nice middle ground.
Yeah. Agree with that. All right, nothing really to say about that. And then we got this 2/2, two or more other remnant characters gains 3k power, 2/2 10k, hand encore. Really good standby target, I guess, right?
Really good is a strong word.
Yeah, you're right. It is okay.
It's nice that it doesn't lose the hand encore. I know some of these have like a board condition, and then if you play against like the decks with bounce, sometimes like they can just like bounce your board and then kill your card, and then you can't hand encore it. Well, this always has the hand encore. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys. I feel like you're a lot of the times now it seems like not having hand encore is no longer really a detriment for standby decks, especially if they're like obnoxious standby decks like slime and stuff. You never feel like you need this type of effect. I think even in the Mushoku 8 standby list, they don't even
Really?
they almost never play the 2/2 with hand encore now. Like maybe they play it as a 1 or 2 of, but it's not really like the key feature at level 2 anymore, I feel like.
Yeah,
Am
I
I
feel
wrong?
like maybe I'm old. Maybe I'm like I just don't know. I still like the 2/2s with Encore because I feel like they provide a
Yeah, they turn your like other shit cards into a 2 soul beater, right? So
I feel like they're like not that bad. Like I feel like some of those other cards that they've been printing that are like newer that provide a little more utility or sometimes a little more awkward than something like this.
mhm.
So I think this is like fine. Like
Yeah.
this probably goes in a standby deck.
Dang guys, guess who's back? Back again. All
Who?
right, Yang apparently. All
Oh, the
right.
Yeah,
good
that's our
Yang.
quote.
Oh, okay. Wow. I did not read that quote.
Oh man. All right, we got our final card here.
Oh, we didn't talk about the ones on the side of the box.
Oh, I don't have those. Link me those right now, and I'll pull them up.
They're on the Bushiroad website. Just
Oh no, it's a cursed art.
I this
cursed
okay. Wait a second. People calling this cursed art. Look, RWBY has bad art. We have nothing but bad looking CG models on everything. This art is not very good. And I will say, I want to say on stream what I've said in chats. This looks like to me you told a like somebody who likes doing like random Western cartoon art, and you said make it look Japanese. And then they went off and tried to draw something. They just gave it like slightly bigger eyes, and they're like, yeah, that's good enough. Art's not very good. I will agree. But
what cards are you trying to make me find here on the Boucher website?
oh, it's just the box. It's on the booster box. We've already zoomed in and seen the pictures.
Oh my god, you can just
Yeah.
talk about this. I'm not gonna
No.
open this image. Oh, here I got it. Actually, never mind. Talk about this,
yeah.
and we'll talk about the thing next.
Yeah. So okay. So that's all I'm going to say about the art. And another thing is this art. The reason we're not using the Blaze Blue cross tag is this is for this is the art on the right is for like the Grim something, which is being re-released. It was a 2016 game. It's being re-released on the Switch this year, and Japan is coming out with fig lines for that game. So that's why they're using the art from that game instead of using the art from some game like when was Blaze Blue cross tag, like 2015 or something absurd?
No, it was actually 2018. It wasn't that far away.
That's still a lot older than 2021.
Sure.
So look,
Sure.
look, it's bad art, but like, what do you expect from RWBY?
I guess.
So the card, it's a 3/2. It has come and play, look at top 3, add 1, get you hand, which is kind of weird when you read the climax combo. Because the climax combo is just slam down the choice and you give another card on cancel burn 2. So the obvious combo is you slam down 2 of these and then you put down that Weiss restander. They generated the 2 extra hand that you need to discard for the Weiss. And then the Weiss, you get to go 3, 3, 3, 3. And if any of the last 2 3s stick, you can go burn 2, burn 2.
I mean, don't stick, right? Or cancel or whatever. Is this
Well, yeah,
on
if
cancel?
any one of the
Oh,
threes. It's on cancel, yeah. It's on cancel, burn 2. So you can go 4 3s and 2 2s, which is actually really good numbers. This is better numbers than the RWBY.
Was it 4 3s?
It's 4 3s because you play down the Weiss restander.
And this takes for the climax itself. It's on choice. Weiss freestander. Yeah. I mean, I can see this being played over the standby. What do you think, Nico?
I think this is kind of whatever.
I just think the numbers
okay for
need to kill
like
better.
an okay like costless finisher that like can kind of guarantee you the combo, but
Mm-hmm.
And since you're only
I don't think I would play this over the RWBY. I'd have to obviously see more cards, but I still think RWBY is the play.
well, the question is which would you like more, Lindsay's signature or this Yang?
You know, hold on. Okay, so you want to know like the worst part about this is both arts are like really cursed.
No, okay.
Like the base rarity art of this is like,
dude, the base
is
rarity
so
art.
cursed.
The base rarity is actually, I was Googling Yang just to see, like, Yang from the first 3 seasons. This is one of the first pictures that comes up because this is a moment that people think is, like, super cool when she gets knocked down, she gets up, and she's, like, super sane.
Yeah, I burn, dude. Yeah,
Is this a tournament arc too? I'm looking at this climax down here.
Yeah, it's
They
the
look like-
tournament arc. That's where she kills that guy. She just, like, breaks his leg randomly.
Holy shit! I'm not really familiar with. Is this Yang? Is that her name? Yang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yang Xiaolong.
Is she like the idiot character of the group? Right.
No, she's like the hothead.
she's
like
the hot-blooded.
she just gets
character.
mad really quick.
She's the monk. She's the monk. She does like the fist combos.
Yeah. So she means Monk in 14. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, Dean. Here you go. Here's your booster stuff.
Boy, the
Talk
boosters
about it because I
are-
can't read it from here.
Don't worry, I
we already
can't
see the
either.
level 3, right? So
Yeah, we've already seen the Blake and we already saw the Yang.
Yeah, we saw these two already, so we don't know these top two.
So the Weiss is like a 2K to front, and it's tap, look at top 2, rearrange. And that's why I think there's going to be 8 standby. Because that card is a good standby target that like feeds into things. Also relevant, if you top check 2, right, you can like rearrange, especially if you're doing like only 2 rubies. You can like, if you see like a climax in the top 2, you could like move it down. So that way you don't trigger it with your 1 attack. So like the Weiss is pretty good. And that Ruby, I don't remember what it does. I think it got like horribly nerfed. I think before it was like a 9/5 global 15 that had like pay 1, ditch 1 on reverse, burn 1 or something. And now it's like pay 2, ditch 2 on attack, burn 2. And I think it's salvages on play, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know how people feel about that, especially like when I first heard that the pay 2, ditch 2, burn 2, I was like, oh, that's like not a bad like off finisher that salvages on play.
Well, if this is like a costless 2 for them, as you said, pay 2, ditch 2. I mean I
believe
could,
so. Yes.
Yeah, that could work.
That's worse than the restander.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying it can work with Yang as well. Maybe that was their quote unquote like idea, whoever was designing the set. But yeah, it's pretty whatever.
But yeah, those were the only 2 things. I think the big thing was the Weiss level 3 being an assist that lets you like manipulate the top of your deck, feeding into
the idea of
the 8 standby. Yeah. And I think it has another line of text too.
It's like probably
like
like
heals on play
or something like that. Yeah, most likely if it's like a power in front or like search or salvage on play, like kind of like a Asuna support.
Yeah.
All right, sick. I mean, so what's your guys' general thoughts overall with the set now? Now that we've seen a little bit more, pretty happy overall so far. Just waiting on like.
I don't think it's gonna be a bad set.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be good yet, but some of the profiles in there are pretty good.
I think the profiles overall are very strong. I do worry because of the current rate of power creep in the game. And depending on what comes out in English, like I think the stuff we have announced in English are like Mushoku, which is just like consistent and good. It's not like
I mean, I think the
impressive.
set, like if you're worried about that, like with the current stuff they have announced, they have like a roadmap more or less, probably like halfway into next year. So I think if it comes out, the set's gonna be probably relevant for at least like half a year.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, I think it's better than everything. It's like better or as good as everything that's currently announced versus like, I don't know. The worry thing is like things like Zombieland coming out, right? And like if like we got something like Symphogear.
We're not getting Symphogear.
I know we're not getting Symphogear, but there's like other things, right? And there's like the current. But I think you're right. It's like this has at least 6 months of being a like really, really good deck.
Yeah.
And that's just off of what we've seen, right? Like think about sets like Million Live where the best cards are commons. Just might end up like that, right? You don't know. This set might have Toilet. Toilet's insane.
Do you think? Do you think they're gonna print a card better than Toilet for that?
That would also be insane. I would be really happy.
like, what could they do to like make it busted?
Gaming all night without the downside.
Just
Got 'em.
stock a card. Wait, what would you do?
You're gaming all night without the downside.
No, you have to tap cards. That's bad.
Yeah, but the downside to gaming all night is that
If
you
they don't
can't
untap?
untap them.
No, I think it'd be even better. I think you could do even better. I think you could do like more egregious, like a toilet that also gives honor versus salvage.
What the fuck?
No,
Like,
Dude, what the fuck?
Here we go. It's Toilet, right? But when you use it, it goes to memory, and then at start of main phase, you can ditch a
yes.
climax and bring it back to your hand.
Oh yes, that also sounds good.
Oh my god.
Like something like you could like there might also be like a ton of memory cards. Like there could be like a penny that goes to memory or something. Like there's like potential for them to like make a just like a crazy memory deck or tons of removal. They could do so much that like we just don't know about in like the commons and the rare slots.
Yeah.
But like currently we have finishers that do decent numbers. Cards that give us a lot of hand, and we have a dog that's pretty good utility.
We got a dog, you're right.
And we have a TD with legitimately good cards. Like I think that I don't know like the Hololive TD like power levels.
Oh, Hololive TD power levels were pretty solid all around. Like every one I've opened and played with were just like every card effect was just good. Like yeah, so I think we're at that level where we should just unless they're literally brain dead. I don't think they're going to make bad TDs anymore. I think every card in TDs, for the most part, are going to be solid all around, right? Have you seen
You
any
say that until I get Marvel, and then my TDs are like Batman Ninja tier.
Oh, please, God, no. But yeah. I don't think... When was the last TD Plus that we saw that was just, like, egregiously bad?
All like Bo Furry. Bo Furry had like one good card in it. It had the Restander. Like, the Magi Record ones were bad. The Seven Deadly Sins one was bad.
Oh, Seven Deadly Sins was pretty recent, yeah.
I don't buy Japanese sets, so I don't know what those are like. I don't know if they're like mostly bad or good or what.
Let me think. Well, can you think of any really bad recent Japanese ones?
Yeah, it was a Magia Record.
After Magia Record, like within this year.
What came out this year?
I don't remember.
I'm kind of just trying to like look through it.
Hololive had 7 TDs. One of those had to be shit, right?
All of them were actually like really broken.
Yeah.
The meme on Hololive TD or on Hololive is like the TDs are actually better than the fucking booster itself.
Yeah, like the meta list for Hololive has like more TD cards in it than it does hit booster cards.
The Day I Became a God TD is kind of shit.
Do you play anything out of that TD at all?
No.
The Kaguya TD was like pretty whatever.
Oh, you play the Climax Search event. That's it.
That's it, yeah. Dang, that was a TD only card?
Yes.
Oh, that's rough. All right.
I'm like looking through the list right now. I don't think there was like pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Thinking all the Quince TDs are playable.
I'd hope so. Jesus, 5 TDs.
Mushoku TDs playable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you play that combo in the deck, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about Love Live Nijigasaki or the Superstar. I don't know if they're like even okay.
Reading idle sets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'll let my opponent do that for me.
So it's like, yeah, so you have like the 2 Love Live sets, which I don't know about. The Day I Became a God is kind of shit, and the other ones are whatever.
Oh,
they're fine.
So, random side tangent, before we wrap up the stream for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Something that people around me have been very upset about, and I don't know how you guys feel about this. You know how they announced those promos in the supply sets that are gold foiled, right?
Yeah.
What do you think the chances are those are only in the supply set and very good?
Oh, well, they have to be alt art, right? I feel like it's going to be alt art first.
Copium?
Copium?
Copium, there won't be $80 healers in the supply set.
Okay, yeah. Don't worry. Dean's only like 8K deep into RWBY, so or something ridiculous.
I'm getting a case of those supply sets, so I have one of each of those promos.
You mean a
But-
playset of each, right?
Playset of each, yeah, because
I was like, one of each.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dang, you only get one each out of a case of that. It's like 20.
Oh,
of those.
that'd be horrible.
Oh my god. But
Yeah, I think the art on the front reminds me because I think they were using art similar to that for the promos.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is kind of it, wrapping it up here. Really quick. Was it Thursday is when is this every Thursday? Is that Strictly Broken when they stream?
I'm not aware.
I don't know.
I think
I don't
like
watch enough
they'll
live
stream
stream
like
content.
Thursday before like a set comes out or something.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say maybe we can set up usually like Thursday or Wednesday, Bushiroad will release all of the cards in a new set that's coming out that week. And Zombieland Saga drops Wednesday. Or it drops this Friday, I think.
Oh
So
man,
I was wondering if we
Wait,
want to get
Zombieland Saga is already coming out?
yeah, it's horrible,
Oh
isn't
my
it?
dude,
God.
I'm so hype. I'm ready. I'm ready to be upset. Zombieland
All
Saga.
right, well, I gotta re-sleeve up Charlotte.
Don't
Be
worry,
ready.
don't worry, Nico. I've got a deck too. Thankfully, I have it maxed.
Yeah,
Is it Log Horizon?
No, I have another deck that says no.
I'm gonna show up with
Kimono?
Zombieland Saga and let you guys bully me. It'll be fine. But I was gonna say maybe Wednesday we can see if we can get everyone together and we can do a quick read through. I think maybe we should start getting back into talking about. I don't want to do a full set review, but just talk about the
Set reviews again?
Yeah.
We never did.
Listen,
We never-
Dean, if you create slideshows for old sets, I will sit down in those calls
no,
with
you
you.
guys won't.
I
you
will
have-
not.
I will.
I want to let you know ahead of time. I will not.
I'll be in those calls with you as we stream it. If you do slides for old sets, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to do any work
Milky
for those.
set
I just want to
one.
be there to complain.
Oh
it's
no!
gonna be
Are you ready for
Lunar
Zombieland to be the
dude?
it's gonna
Yeah.
speedrun getting banned?
Yeah. What was the fastest? It had to be
Probably Dow.
it
Dow was
Dow?
atrocious.
No, what's that got emergency ban like immediately? Was it Nisekoi?
Shin Chan.
Oh yeah,
Shin-chan.
No, I mean, what do you mean Action Bastard got an emergency ban?
Twice. Well, you know what the worst part is we put that card in our Shin-chan deck because my friend loved Shin-chan and he built the deck. Shout out to Kazuma. If I don't even think he plays Weiss anymore, but shout out to him anyway.
Rip.
We put it into his deck. That card sucked so much, even though it was like a 7/5/2 soul costless beater or whatever, because it was off trait and it screwed up everything, and you were unable to find it or search for it or do anything. You just had to naturally draw into it every time. It was a horrible card. But yeah. So yeah, I think Wednesday. I want to say Wednesday is when they drop. Dow was 4 months, I think. Says Darcy. Man,
It might have been Nisekoi.
I feel like
They were initially talking about potentially putting like when Girlfriend Beta Set 2 came out, I think they said they were gonna monitor it to see if it needed one.
and it never got hit, right? I don't even remember.
No, it did not.
Yeah.
Can you imagine when like half
Back
of the
in the
games
day-
are decided
On
by
burn 5, dude.
top check 3, clock kick 3? It's gonna be sick.
Oh, for Zombieland Saga, it's gonna be.
Zombieland. It's
Yeah.
gonna be amazing.
Oh my god!
And then it gets emergency banned, but then they're like, we announce it in English.
I will unironically try to max vary that shit in English if they announce the Zombieland Saga in English, because I think that set literally. I don't want to say it literally kills standby, but I feel like standby prominent decks just become infinitely worse once Zombieland Saga's out. Right?
Oh, definitely. And you know what I think is awful? So there's only like 2 sets that really counter it, right? Like that are even close to modern, and one of them is. Both of them I don't feel like are modern. Is Charlotte? Do you consider Charlotte a modern deck, Nico? Does it feel like a modern deck, or
I
is it just
think
like
with
an old
the
deck?
current with the current tools it has, it's like an in between. You can definitely feel it doesn't have everything like a real modern deck would have, but it's like it's got enough.
Because like that's how I feel about Kimono. Just like I feel like it's like a barely functioning deck that was just like just good enough to like still somewhat function. But the anti-burn one's important now, right? Like
Yeah, the anti-burn will be important if like Zombieland actually decides to become like really good.
Yeah, but you know what's sad is that deck has a level 1 brainstorm.
Wait, which? Oh, what does
Kimono.
Kimono? Yeah.
Oh, which the sock level down is just like a really oppressive mechanic. I think like level down should only hit like front row or something, but like the fact that it can hit back row is just like really bad for random stuff. Was that Tai a 3-1? Or am I just like seeing things? I wouldn't be surprised anymore.
Remember, I was reading like random Zombieland Saga cards.
You were looking at like the SBs.
Oh no,
or
it's
the
not.
SSBs.
It's not a 3-1. It should be 3-2.
Oh,
Yeah.
There was like some
wouldn't be
random like 0 from the TD that was just like, yeah, pay 2, get like 5 million power on attack.
it was
and just kill
11k,
the
I
lane.
think.
Oh,
It was 11k.
yeah. I was just like looking at cards. I'm like, yeah, sure, dude, it's fine. This card is probably not even going to get played, but like I'm just reading the effects. I'm like, yeah, this fine.
You say it won't get played, and then someone will drop it on you, and you will literally lose an early play to it. And you're like, what just happened? Those are the cards that you're like, I won't put that in a deck, and I'll never see it. But when you do, you're like, what's going on? My opponent's so good.
Oh man! All right. I'm wrapping this up. We've been rambling a little bit too long. But yeah, I'm gonna see if Wednesday we can maybe do something, because I think that's when the entire set list drops for Zombieland Saga. If that's the case, maybe we'll get back onto like doing set reviews or something. Get more cool, fun content out there, and do more live streams like this where people can talk shit in chat or whatever the hell they want to do. I don't know. But I think besides that, guys, we're gonna just wrap this up here. Thanks for hanging out with us and checking out RWBY. Really excited
We'll
for
have
the
a
set.
full set review in December.
Oh shit! This comes out in December. It's so long. It's like a month, or is it early December or end of December? I forget.
December.
It's like middle December. It's like December 15th or something.
Oh, okay.
17th.
17th.
Sick. Guess look out for a full set review then. I guess because Dean's probably gonna force us to do it anyway. Because current copium mode with like 8K into RWBY. So
A little bit more than that, but
yeah, close enough. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next live stream or video or whatever. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Thank you for giving us the time of day and chilling with us. Hope everyone has a good night. Later, everyone.
Have a good night, guys.